Hey there, good looking. Join me for this all seated total body strength workout. Yes, total body. We're even going to hit the lower body while seated. Listen, this is the perfect workout if you just feel like staying off your feet for a workout, whether that's because of an injury, because you've had surgery, or you just don't feel like standing. I get it. In this workout, I do need you to have obviously a chair, preferably one without arms on it, in addition to a booty band, a long resistance band, and a couple of sets of dumbbells that you consider light and moderate. For reference, I have 5s and 10s. All right, let's go get warmed up. All right, before we get started, if you'd like to track your fitness using your watch, press start now. For reference, I recommend a strength setting. That's what I'm using, and we won't be getting the heart rates up as much because we are all seated. So let's sit more on the middle to edge of our seat, pushing our tailbone to the back of our chair. So what I don't want you to do is allow that tailbone to round and you all of a sudden lose that lumbar curve. So place your hand in the small of your back. Now lift the chest collarbones and push the bum to the back. Do you feel that curve happening? Now let's maintain that, which is going to take some core so that we have that posture while we do this entire workout. Yeah, don't worry, I'll be nagging you throughout. Actually, gently nudging you in the right direction. Here we go. Circle, lead with the thumbs. Now, rotate the pinkies to the behind you. Good. I never nag, do I? No, just gentle reminders of where you should be. Last 2. Today's workout, we have a circuit of 2 sets, 3 exercises each circuit, total of 3 circuits. We're then finishing off with a little booty band tricep finisher. You're gonna love it. Last one. Perfect. Now open and close. When we close here, different arms on top. Don't forget about that spine. Nice and stacked, each vertebrae. So I'm sorry you're injured. If you are doing this workout because you are injured, that sucks. I've been there myself. So hang in there. Make sure that you're seeing the appropriate healthcare professional to help you get back on your feet faster. Don't Dr. Google it. Thank you. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Now here's the key. We're going to keep that lumbar spine. I want you to lift one knee up. Now the other knee. Good. Don't lose that lumbar. So if you've got to, place your hand in the small of your back to give you that tactile sensation or that feel of whether or not we are rolling the tailbone under. Perfect. Up and up. So this is like big march, right? 4 each side. Here's 4. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Now reach up, center, up, center. If you have osteoporosis, you're going to limit that lateral flexion, keeping that spine stacked, remembering that the more that we flex in the spine, be it lateral or forward with osteoporosis, the higher chances you are of compression fractures in the spine. We don't want that. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Now let's get the booty band around the thighs. And if that's too challenging for you, maybe you have a cast or what have you, don't bother, okay? Still sit on the edge of your seat for me. Still maintain that neutral spine. We're going to use booty band and band for the first series. Using your mid-back muscles, you're going to bend the elbows and pull the band to the collarbone and then straighten. Are you ready? No? Well, we're going. Come on. There we go. So we've got the mid-back muscles. I want you to really feel the sensation of the shoulder blades drawing together, giving me a little pinch right there. And then the biceps as we pull. So we are using the arms on this. We have a circuit where we won't be using the arms as much. So I want you to really allow those elbows to bend as we pull and row back without losing that neutral spine. So 40 seconds of work, and then we have a 20-second break. We'll go into the next exercise. Woo! So hopefully it was starting to get a little fiery there for you. Keep your band handy and close for me. Now we're gonna go on the very edge of our seat. Bring the feet together, hinge forward ever so slightly with a neutral spine. Now keep the feet together, and I want you to abduct the knees away. Good. So I am on that bit of an angle, hinging through the hips, using my hip muscles for this outer band abduction. So hitting into the glute med. Those of you that have been with me before, you know I like to target this muscle. Unfortunately, it tends to be a weaker muscle on many of us, causing havoc to the knees, hips, and low back. Once again, 40 seconds of work. You go at your pace, really emphasize the range of motion, and then don't let the band just pull those knees together. You resist it, control it. Perfect. Now we can scoot back just a bit if we'd like, get those feet apart and feel grounded. And again, neutral spine. Now the band is under the armpits. Elbows are up. From here, we are going to punch forward and come back, chest press. Breathe out. Now stack that vertebrae, ears over shoulders. So this is the last one of the circuit. We'll go back to our rows, the top when the timer goes. So now we're hitting your pecs, front shoulder, and triceps. So this is actually a nice little exercise sub for future workouts when you are back on your feet again and they're doing push-ups. And you're like, no, I'm not into doing a push-up, which I don't blame you. They are my least favorite exercise too. You can sub in this exercise. Time. Woo. So again, hopefully feeling a bit of heat. Maybe you don't feel as much as in the pecs as you do in the shoulders, right? The smaller muscles are going to fatigue faster, but don't worry, the pecs were working. Take it back to our rows. Now we have the band in front. We're pulling to the collarbone, squeezing those shoulder blades, remembering to stack the spine, draw the belly button in, some activation into that core. Breathe out as the band comes towards us. Look at all me coordinating too, with my yellow bands. You should have seen the happy dance I did when I went into my tubing drawer and like, oh, I have matching ones. Yes. I like to coordinate when I can. Yeah, I have a huge Tupperware container of bands. Woo, time. All right, now let's roll, or not roll, walk ourselves to the edge of our seat. Bring the feet together, hinge forward, hands behind, abduct, and come in. Abduct, come in. You ready? Beautiful. Timer starting right now. I'm starting to feel it. How about you? If not, bravo. Perhaps we could get a heavier band for next time we do this together. Yeah, I think you can. They're not expensive at all. That's why I have a whole Tupperware container. All right, slide back. Get the feet apart. Again, I want you to drop through that spine. Band is now behind us. We've got that chest press move. It's right underneath my armpits. The closer you walk the hands down the band, or the more you walk the hands down the band, the harder it is. So adjust. We extend, we fully straighten that arm, and we keep the wrists straight. That's important to note. The wrist joint is a very vulnerable joint, so you always want to keep it neutral. There'll be a couple exercises where I'll cue you to have the wrist curl in a little bit towards you, but we don't want the wrist to break up. So, straighten completely. How's that neutral spine? Again, just a gentle nudge to get you in the right direction, not nagging. Now we're moving on after this. We'll keep our band where it is, and we're gonna add some dumbbells too. So starting with band again. All right. Having it in front of us and then walk the hands so that they are further apart. We want to think about a reverse fly, but only doing partial rep of it. So it's going to be a bit of a burner. I want you to think of the movement coming through the shoulder. So we're going to take it shoulder blade squeeze, come halfway. Shoulder blade squeeze, come halfway. So I'm not moving through my elbows. It's all coming to my shoulder blades. And that is why my band is coming towards me, because I'm pulling the shoulder blades together, and that's bringing the band closer, and then I'm letting the shoulder blades go back to neutral. But I'm also not going completely neutral where I lose the tension in the band. So it's getting pretty spicy about right now for me. Last 10 seconds. One more. Whew. All right, now I know I said we'd keep the band here, but I've made an executive decision. I want you to slide it down and place it underneath the feet and then walk the feet apart. Again, this is optional. Some of you may have a cast on, making that really impossible to do. Doing this leg here, so just mirror me. I want you to plant and now drive the knee up without losing neutral spine. Woo! So I can't get up very high, but I am feeling deep in the hip crease here, and that's my hip flexor muscle, a super powerful muscle that works in walking, running, hiking, our squats, our lunges. So perhaps the activities you aren't currently doing right now because of your injury, which is why I wanted to do this movement pattern to keep that muscle strong. Now don't let that pelvis roll. Great job. So on the next set, we'll do the other side, okay? If you just mirror me though, I will lead you the right direction. Now we're gonna use the dumbbells. Grab your lightest pair. Working the front of the shoulder, called the anterior deltoid. Palms are facing behind you. Mirroring me, lift up shoulder height, slowly lower. Now the other side. Now I have softness in the elbow. My wrist is straight. So this is another one where I'm not allowing that wrist to break. Now if you're fairly strong and you're able to keep that neutral spine, go for both of them. That intensifies the exercise. So I want you to find your fitness today and choose you and stay with it. So the last one of the series, and we'll go back to that partial rep reverse fly for our posture muscles. Woo, feeling that in the shoulders. All right, so we can just place those down. Remember our partial rep. We're just bending the elbows a little bit, and then it comes all through those shoulder blades of yours. We're walking the hands out a little further than we had for the row pattern. 3, 2, 1, all the way to collarbone, and then halfway. Let's go. Now let's restack that spine, ears over shoulders, pushing the tailbone to the back of your chair so we maintain that lumbar curve. Feet flat on the ground. Oh, this one's really spicy. See, who said you can't train hard even though you are unable to be weight bearing? Stick with me, kid. I'll show you things. Woo. Oh, goodness me. Yes. All right. So we can place that off to the side. We won't be using it again. Just take that knee. Now, if you found it way too challenging, you weren't getting a big lift, we can go back to band just above the knees and try it there. So now we're doing the other leg. Nice and tall in the spine and drive up. So for me, it's a lot easier. I'm still feeling the hip flexor, so I'm going to keep it here. But you've got those two options. And remember that, again, if you revisit this workout, that maybe this felt better for you. If you're doing this ads free on Over 50 Fitness, don't forget you guys have the notes section on the app. So you can make notes so that when you revisit the workout, you know right away. Because I don't know if you're like me, I don't remember anything when I try my hardest to remember. Gone. So write it down. One more. Woo! All right, here we go. Grab those light dumbbells, final set. Alternating front raises, or maybe right away you're gonna go into a duo. Again, we wanna lift up. Push the tailbone to the back of our chair. Stack that vertebrae. Palms are gonna face to the wall behind you. Only to shoulder height. Breathe out. Slowly lower. So speed of movement's really important when we strength train. Soft elbow. We want to go slow so that we get the muscles incorporated in doing the movement pattern, not momentum. Now, if you want to do both, there we go. There are some movements which we call power exercises, which we will allow momentum, but this isn't a power exercise workout. Once you get better, visit some of my power exercise workouts because they are crucial, especially if you're over 50. To keep yourselves strong and capable. All right, dumbbells down. Now we're gonna take our band and we're gonna keep it around this ankle and then anchor it on that foot. Again, that might not be an option, so maybe around just the ankles is more of an option for you. Moderate weight dumbbells. I want you to come to a bicep curl halfway, and this is where I'm going to ask you to curl the wrists in ever so slightly. Now, using this arm first, I want you to curl all the way, release, come back to home, which is halfway. Now, the other arm, down, up, down, halfway, down, finish the rep, then go back to halfway. So we have constant tension on the bicep muscle for the entire 40 seconds by holding it in that halfway position, challenging those muscles even further. Last one. Down, up, lower, halfway. Nice. Dumbbells close to the body so we can get them next time. This is our working leg. We can kick the band around a bit if we like, and we're going to straighten it for leg extension. So I'm going to try different. This is a really tight band for me, so I'm going to lighten my load, place it around my ankles. There we go. Now I'm going to pick the knee up a bit, lean back a bit. Remember my neutral spine. Hands can come behind me to help support me a bit, but I really want to lift the chest and the collarbone up. More hip flexor as well as quad. So might not be doable. For instance, if you've had a knee replacement, then body weight. Probably the best for you right now. Or an ACL injury or MCL injury. Last one. Woo! All right, now for my beginners, I'd love for you to grab your light dumbbells. My intermediate advanced, grab those moderates. Allow the palms to face you and they come forward a bit. I find this is a more natural and better angle for a shoulder press. From here, we press up, we can rotate, and then down. Breathe out, press up, and down. Good job. So working shoulders, triceps, and then if we're maintaining that neutral spine, our core. If it gets too much, we can alternate one at a time, allowing that one arm to rest a little bit more. You can also go one dumbbell and hold it with both hands. Last one. Whew. That one gets me every time. And it's really hard on that one, especially as you load yourself up to hold that neutral spine. So good for you. All right, we're going to take it back to the top one more time. Take your bicep curl and you're going to hold it halfway, and then we're going to start with your right arm. Here we go, halfway, wrist curl in a bit. Now take that right arm, lower, curl, lower, back to home. Other arm. Elbows stay under the shoulders, we're not swinging them. It's a really controlled motion and not a lot of speed, right? We're just making sure that the biceps are the ones doing the work. Not momentum, not gravity. Let's finish off the other arm. You love it. Yes. Dumbbells down. Okay. Now we've got the other leg for our leg extension. So we're going to sit up nice and tall, lean back a bit, pick the leg up by using that psoas, that hip flexor, and kick out and in. Again, band is optional. Couple more exercises and then we'll grab a water break. I haven't given you a water break yet, have I? I am a taskmaster. I am actually. I'm proud of it. Last 10 seconds, come on. Shoulder presses coming up. One more. Woo! All right, we can take that band off, but don't throw it away because we need it. Now, I mentioned you can use one dumbbell, and this is how that would look, like so, holding onto the end. Position your hands. Again, I find slightly ahead, palms facing each other, a gentler way of doing a press for the shoulders. It allows your shoulders, especially with dumbbells, to go in a plane of motion that works for you. So I want you to play around with that. A lot of people will do barbell, so it's a fixed bar, shoulder presses, and encounter a lot of shoulder issues because that barbell places your arm and shoulder in a fixed position, not allowing you to find the right plane of motion for you. Dumbbells, you can play around with it and find the best motion that you should be going in. One more. Oh, good job, you. All right, dumbbells to the side. Grab that sip of water. We're just finishing off with that tricep finisher I alluded to earlier. Whew. My arms are feeling this. All right. Want you to grab your booty band, pardon me. Okay. Hold on to it like so with this hand. So thumb is pointed up. Now I want you to place it on your shoulder like so, and then loop your hand around the other. I'm going to move to my side so you can see. Now from this position, we can hinge forward ever so slightly, and then using the back of the arm, our tricep muscle, we're going to straighten the arm and then slowly come back up. So that band's going to want to pull you. Don't let it happen. You control the movement. Now we have a ladder workout, and I'm not going to lie, this is going to be spicy. So just hang in there that we only do this ladder once. We have 10 reps, and then 9 reps, and then 8, laddering down to 1. You ready? I know, neither am I, but let's just go. Here we go. Hinge forward. Anchor that band in the shoulder there. 3, 2, 1. Press down. Straighten the arm completely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Feeling the back of the arm. 7, 8, 9, 10. Little breather. Now I'm going to count backwards. Ready? 3, 2, 1. 9. Yeah, no rest. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little breather. Now 8. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Now, yes, my wrist is broken on this. 2, there's no pain for me. 1, so try not to have it too broken where it's uncomfortable, okay? Here we go. 7, and it's just in the hook of my thumb there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whew. Here we go. We got 6. Thank goodness we're laddering down. Laddering up is actually harder, I find. 6, 5. We could do the other arm going up. What do you think? 4? No. 3, 2, 1. Woo. All right, 5. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. I promise we will stretch these triceps when we're done. 3, 3, 2, 1. We got 2. 1, 2. We got 1. 1. Oh, yes. All right. Good news, right? We did the arm. Yes. Bad news. We got the other arm. Woo. Now this is my non-dominant arm, so this should be really fun. All right, the arm we just worked. Okay, place the band like so, and then place it on that shoulder of the arm that we haven't worked yet. Here's me to my side so you can see. Hook it, lean forward. We have 10 reps. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 2. Beautiful. All right, let's go for 9. Last 2. Whew. All right, we got 8. You ready? Let's go. 8, 7. Oh, it's always the 8 that gets me. Here we go. We got 7. You ready? Hinge and 7. Last one. Oh, it's getting harder and harder to straighten the arm, isn't it? Do your best. Do your best. Here we go. We got 6. Last 2. Yeah, non-dominant arm. It is burning. Last 5. Who programmed this workout, huh? 2 more. Oh. Whew. All right. Last 4. I know you thought you were on some seniors workout. Yeah, no. This is how I train older adults right here, because we are more than capable. We train ourselves. We can be as strong as we want to be. Last one. Whew. All right, we're flipping the script on what aging looks like. Last 3. Let's go. 3, 2. Come and join us on Over 50 Fitness if you haven't. 1, 2 more. Okay, last one. Oh, nicely done, you. All right, grab your long band. Don't worry, we're not doing an exercise, but we're going to use it to help stretch. Place it in this hand, and then use one hand to walk up the band, and then this top hand to walk down. If you can get the hands to meet, great. I can on one side, I can't the other. Now let's pull that elbow, so let's point it up to our ceiling. Lift the chest and collarbone up to our ceiling. Push the tailbone towards the back of our chair. Whew, slowly release. Ooh, mama. All right, so band, walk one arm up first, the other arm down. Try to get them as close together as you can, and then pull that elbow up. Lift the chest and the collarbone. Push the tailbone towards the back of our chair. And release. Let's use the band, holding on to it and kind of halfway for me. Bring the arms up and back until you feel the stretch in the shoulders and the pecs, the front of your body. We're just going to hold. Elbows straight. Wrists straight. So if your arms are going right behind you, walk your hands closer together. Release. Sitting on the very edge of your seat, legs are open. Let yourself come down. If you need to pop up your ground, maybe you have really tight hips, you can use your dumbbells. It's really quite lovely when you have that extra support. So if you need to do that, please go for it. Or if you have yoga blocks close by. Place your hands on the tops of your thighs. Use your hands to bring the spine up, head last to come. Face in this direction. Walk this leg back. Shoulder, hip in line, and then see if we can walk the knee behind it. I'm holding onto the back of my chair for support, and then I want you to lift the chest up to feel that stretch in the psoas. Then inhale the arm up, exhale, reach away. Release. All right, let's do the other side. Same thing. We've just got the one back of thigh on the chair, and then we're going to walk this knee right behind us as best we can. Line the shoulder and the hip up. Inhale up. Exhale, lean. Release. There we go. You did it. Thank you so much for joining me. Drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear more from you. And if you are watching this on YouTube, just a heads up, I have a full 10-day all seated workout. You can rent it on Over 50 Fitness, or if you're a member, you have full access to it. I'll put the links down below for you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.